Hi, today we are going to learn about what are the classification of oral controlled release drug delivery system. We'll try to see the classification of oral controlled release drug delivery system. So how we can classify this oral controlled release drug delivery system. Okay, so in this we'll see the classification. Check here, they are classified as dissolution controlled, diffusion controlled, then we have bioerodible, combination of dissolution and diffusion control. Then we have osmotically controlled system, and also we have ion exchange system, pH independent formulations, and altered density formulations. Now we try to see what are this system individually. So before going to this dissolution control system, you should know what is dissolution formula, what that formula says about. So the formula says rate of dissolution of drug is directly proportional to its surface area. It is inversely proportional to thickness of the membrane, saturated concentration, and concentration in the bulk. If you remove the proportionality constant, what we will get? Diffusion coefficient of the drug, then surface area, thickness, then we have Cs minus C. So what this point is representing is, assume that there is a drug in a solution. In a beaker I will put the drug. After some time, if it is in the any dissolution medium or water, after some time what will going to happen here is, there will be a layer around the drug. Okay, we call the drug will come out, stay in this layer for some time, and the drug will go into the bulk of the solution. So this layer we call it as saturation layer. The layer is been saturated with drug, hence the name comes as saturation layer, and the concentration in this we call it as a saturation concentration Cs, and concentration in the bulk we call it as bulk concentration. Now whatever the thickness of this layer is there, we call it as H, thickness of that saturation layer. Okay, so that how we represent this equation. Now how this equation and what is dissolution, you need to go and watch my video regarding the dissolution. You will get a clear picture there. So this is what the dissolution says. Now I want to control the drug release by its dissolution, by the solubility of the drug. Or see, how can I do this? Just I will give you an idea here. So let us say I have a drug here. If I can control the movement of water from outer region to inner, okay, if water goes inside the delivery system, then only the drug will dissolve in the water and it will come out. Dissolved drug will come out as a molecule there. So this is what happens in general drug delivery system. So water goes into the drug delivery system, it will dissolve the drug and the drug will come out as a molecule. Now if I can restrict this entry of water, that we call it as dissolution control. So how can I do this? Number one, take the drug, coat the drug with a polymer which is having less solubility or which is dissolving slowly in the presence of water. So coat the drug in the with a polymer which can dissolve slowly in presence of water. So what happens here? Water will go and attack this polymer. It will now the polymer is dissolving slowly. The dissolution of polymer is been controlled here. Okay, so polymer will dissolve slowly and slowly the water will enter and it will take the drug out in a slow fashion, or you can say in a controlled fashion. If we can control the dissolution of that polymer, we can prepare a dissolution control delivery system. This is the one type. Second type is, second method, what can I do is make the drug itself less soluble. Take a salt of the drug which is having less solubility compared to its parent molecule. Okay, so the drug solubility is decreased. Even though you coat with normal polymer here, even the water when the water enter inside, that because the drug is having less solubility and the salt of the drug is less soluble, hence it will take time to dissolve and come out. The third method is, I will take the drug I will take the polymer, which is the polymer is now the polymer which I have taken here is having less solubility in water. It will soluble in water slowly. I will mix them and I will prepare a tablet. Okay, we call it as a matrix tablet. Matrix system means, remember here we have two systems here. One is matrix, other one is reservoir. Okay, matrix system means you take drug, you take polymer, mix well, then punch in a tablet. This tablet contains polymer and a drug molecule mixed in even. We call it as a matrix system, thoroughly mixing. Okay, drug is thoroughly distributed in the polymer matrix like this. We have tablet, we have polymer here, and drug is thoroughly distributed. Assume this is the drug molecules which are thoroughly distributed throughout the polymer matrix. We call it as a matrix system. Okay, then for reservoir system, as its name says, reservoir means drug is reserved. Drug will be inside here like this and will coat this with the polymer from outside. Yeah, see here, drug is been reserved here, reservoir system. So whatever the first example I just told you, this one we can take it as a reservoir system. The third example can be taken as a matrix system. Okay, second example is regarding the drug. The solubility of the drug is been controlled here. So this how we can achieve the dissolution control. Remember, dissolution control means you are controlling the solubility of either the polymer or drug. Okay, because once water enter inside the formulation, then only drug will get solubilized and come out from the formulation. If you can restrict the entry of water, either by the polymer dissolution or by the dissolution of drug, then you can control the release of the drug. So this is the one type how you can control the release of the drug. So matrix and reservoir. Next one is diffusion controlled. Now we will move on to diffusion controlled system. Okay. To understand this, again you have to understand what is the diffusion formula says about. So Fick's law of diffusion says flux. What do you mean by flux? Amount of drug, rate of movement of drug per given surface area, that is called flux, is directly proportional to concentration gradient. If you remove the proportionality constant, if I take this as a J, which is represented flux, we will get diffusion coefficient. Negative sign indicates as the time passes down, the concentration gradient will decrease. So dC by dx. This what is your Fick's first law for diffusion. Okay, again to understand this I have explained clearly in my previous videos, you can go and check this. Okay, diffusion chapter. Now by using this law, how can I control the drug release? By using this particular law, Fick's law, how can I control the drug release? So for that you need to understand what are the parts of this. So in the diffusion control, the name says the drug has to diffuse. Something is there through which the drug has to diffuse. Let us say we have drug here, okay, and I will put some barrier here. This is barrier. Okay, drug has to diffuse from this barrier and it has to come out like this. If I can control the diffusion property of the drug, then what happens? I can control the release of the drug in the outer system. So I have to control the diffusion property of the drug. That's what it says. I have to control the diffusion property of the drug here. So I can't change the drug. So what happens, what I will do is, I will change the thickness of this barrier. I will change the thickness of that particular barrier. If I change the thickness of the barrier, so now we have some thickness here, assume this is 1 centimeter. If I increase the thickness to 2 centimeters, again if I increase the thickness to 2 centimeters, totally this one is 2 centimeters. Okay. Now what happens, drug will take more time to travel and come out. So this how I will control the release of the drug, okay, by controlling the thickness of the polymer. Now again we have two types, one is matrix and the other one is reservoir. What I told, matrix means there will be a drug, there will be a polymer and we will mix the drug, mix polymer drug thoroughly, drug is distributed in the polymer like this. So drug is distributed in the polymer like this. Okay. Now when this system enters to water, what happens? The polymer will swell. Once the polymer swells, the drug will take time to come out from this matrix system. Okay, the polymer will swell and provide a barrier for the drug to come out. So that was his matrix system. In the reservoir, obviously drug will be inside, assume this is the drug will be inside here. I will coat this system with a polymer like this. Okay, if I can control the thickness of this polymer, now what happens, drug has to pass through this polymer membrane and it has to come out. So it is diffuse and come out. So previously what we have done, we have controlled the solubility of your polymer or drug, that is dissolution control. Now we are controlling the diffusion of the drug through the membrane, that is your polymer, hence the name diffusion control. So we can make this like this, okay. So this is how you can approach for the diffusion control system. Yes. Next one is bioerodible system and combination of diffusion and dissolution. How can we do this? The name says bioerodible, in the sense the polymer is going to erode. So what I will do, I will put the drug in the polymer. I will prepare a matrix system, I will put the drug in the polymer. Now when this system enters when this tablet enters the biological system, now what happens? Once the water come in contact with this, the polymer will slowly erode and the drug will also slowly dissolve and come out. Both is happening. The erosion of the polymer is been controlled. Okay, it will slowly erode and it will release the drug in the system. This type of system, the advantage here is erodible. You can use this as a system for where the drug delivery is required to be like if you want to deliver the drug for 12 days, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. Okay, this is not a oral system. If you want to control the drug release for 1 month, then you need to combine the drug in a bioerodible polymer and you can place it as a implant. Now this implant, place it as an implant. Now this implant will slowly erode and release the drug for a over period of time. That how we will control the drug release from this system. So this is the first method. In second method, what we can do here is take a polymer, make a complex of polymer with the drug. The drug will be there in the polymer. It will be complexed here. Now when this system enters into the let us say stomach or intestine, the enzyme present in the stomach and intestine, they will try to degrade the, or this enzymes in the stomach or intestine will perform hydrolysis on the polymer and they will release the drug here. So, the enzymatic hydrolysis will take slowly, hence the drug release of the drug will also be controlled. So, this is the other method how you can do here. The next method is take the drug, take the polymer, okay, add the drug in this system, like you can say matrix system. So, drug will be distributed in the matrix of the polymer. Now, I said dual system, dissolution and diffusion control system we can achieve here. The drug which is present here is have less solubility and also we have a polymer which can swell. So, here due to less solubility you can achieve dissolution control of the drug. Due to swelling of this polymer you can achieve diffusion. Okay. So, now what happens here, when this system enters into the body, when it come contact with the body fluids or you can say GI fluids, the polymer will swell. Once the polymer swells, it will provide barrier for the drug to diffuse through this system. When this system enters, when it come in contact with GI fluids, the polymer will swell like this. Okay. From the swollen polymer, drug has to first solubilize in the swollen polymer. Swollen means what? Polymer has absorbed some water. This water has to first solubilize the drug. So, one is dissolution control. First the drug has to soluble, then it has to diffuse through this swollen polymer and has to come out. Hence, this process we call it as diffusion control. So, two processes can be achieved in the same thing. Hence, we call it as dual process control system, that is dissolution and diffusion system. Here we are controlling the release of the drug. One, the drug's dissolution is been controlled. Two, the drug diffusion is also been controlled here. Hence, we call it as a dual system. Now, we move on to the next session, that is osmotically controlled delivery system. So, the name indicates the driving force here is osmosis. Osmosis is the driving force for the drug release. So, how can we do this? Take drug, take electrolyte, mix them and keep them in a membrane which is permeable to water. This membrane is permeable to water. So, water will permeate through this membrane, but this membrane is not permeable to drug and electrolyte. Drug and electrolyte, they are in solid form. Drug particles and electroparticles mixed together, they are kept inside. Now, why we are keeping electrolyte here is, this electrolyte once it dissolves in the incoming water, the membrane is there, this membrane is semi-permeable, it is only half permeable, means it is permeable to water, it is not permeable to either electrolyte or drug. So, when water enters into this system, it will dissolve the electrolyte. Now, this dissolved electrolyte create more osmotic pressure and due to this more osmotic pressure, say this electrolyte will dissolve and it will create osmotic pressure. It will get more osmotic pressure. Due to this, more water will enter into the system. Okay. Now, whatever the drug solution which is being formed here, it will come out from this orifice. We have small opening there, it will come out from this orifice. What I mean to say is, check in this system. Okay. See here, we have a rigid water impermeable membrane here. Okay. Inside we have drug solution. Okay. And electrolyte. drug and electrolyte being kept here. Once the water is permeable through this membrane, the electrolyte which is present in this system will create more osmotic pressure. It will drag more water towards it and it will dissolve the drug, and the dissolved drug will come out only through the orifice. See, here it is given, it will not come out from this side, it will come out only through the orifice. One. Second type is, if your drug is in solution form, take the drug solution, keep the drug solution in a membrane. See, here we have a membrane here where the drug solution is kept. We have flexible water impermeable membrane here. Okay, this membrane is not permeable to water, and we have orifice here. Okay, now when we have orifice here. When this, and also we have here surrounding this thing, we have here salt. Okay, and outside that we have rigid water permeable membrane. This membrane is permeable only to the water. We have a rigid water permeable membrane. Once water enters into this, whatever the salt is there, this salt never enters to the drug compartment. Okay, we have compartment for salt. This is the compartment for drug, and this is the compartment for salt. So when water enters into the salt compartment, it will dissolve the drug. It will dissolve the salt. This salt will create more osmotic pressure, more water enters, and it will try to push the membrane in which drug present. Now from this membrane, slowly drug will come out. So this how we can also control the release of the drug by using osmotic pressure as a tool. Here the driving force is osmotic pressure. In the first case, drug is mixed with the electrolyte. Second case, electrolyte is kept aside, drug solution will be inside. Next one is drug resin complex, or you can say ion exchange system. The next method is ion exchange system. So what here, as the name suggests, we are going to complex the drug with some resin, ion exchanging resin. Assume this is a resin. Let's say we have a resin here. Okay, I will complex the drug with this resin. Let's say our drug is negative and the resin is positive. So resin is positive and drug is negative, they form a complex here. Okay, once it enters to the water, now whatever the let's say it is going to the stomach. In stomach we have chlorine negative. This chlorine ion will try to replace the drug. Okay, now see here, now what happens, the chlorine will form a complex instead of drug. The chlorine will form a complex with the resin is positive, and drug will come out. So this process will take time. If we can control this process, so the drug will be released in controlled fashion. What we have to do here is take a resin, form a complex with the drug, and punch them as a tablet. When the tablet goes into the stomach, slowly wherever the ions present in the stomach, they will try to replace this. Okay, this is for the negative drug with negative charge. Similarly, you can complex drug with positive charge with negative resin. Okay, resin will be having negative charge, drug will be having positive charge. So the positive ion will replace this drug. So here the replacement, exchange of ions takes place. Okay, drug ion is replaced by some other ion. Okay, in this exchange process, it will take time and we can control that process. Hence, the release of the drug can also be controlled. Okay, the next one is density modified system. Okay, we can modify the density of a system. What we can do here is, I explained this in floating drug delivery, or I explained this part, density modulators, in gastroretentive drug delivery system. If you want your drug delivery systems to be retained in the gastric, in stomach only, in that case what we can do, if we add, take a drug, take low density polymer, combine them, form a tablet. Now what happens, this tablet will float, okay, it will float in the stomach. Next case what we can do is, take a drug, combined with high density polymer and make tablet. Now this tablet will settle down in the stomach region where it will not go to the pyrotic sphincter. It is settled down in the stomach region here. So here we will be having pyrotic sphincter. So the floating delivery system will be here, low density system will be here, and the high density system will be here. High density will be here and this one is low density. So due to difference in density, that will float and this will sink down. Now because they are staying there in the stomach, the release of the drug is been controlled there by adding polymers. Okay, they stayed there. Okay, if you are, why we are going for this type of delivery system, you need to check out the video related to gastroretentive drug delivery system. I will explain the pH independent part in next video in detail. I hope you understand.